Hey everybody, Rebecca here for the February budget review video. It is my one day off this week. I work the next 6 nights in a row, 12-hour shifts, so I gotta film today to get this video done. Not only film it, but edit it, upload it, get all of that stuff done today. So if this is your first video with me, I am here on YouTube documenting my journey to financial independence. I am huge on the FIRE movement. My goal in life is to reach FIRE so that I can retire early. So when I get the opportunity to work overtime, I take it. February has been an awesome month for me. I will not lie, March is shaping up to be pretty good too. But before we get into my budget, we have one important thing that I forgot to do earlier this month. I crossed a huge portfolio milestone earlier in February. If y'all missed that video, I will link to it at the end. But my overall portfolio balance crossed that $100,000 mark earlier this month. And y'all, I forgot to color in my FIRE chart that I have. So we're gonna do that first really quick, and then we will jump into my February budget, and I will show you that even though I did go over in some categories this month, February was definitely a great month for me. So here is my awesome color chart that I love. This is a FIRE color chart that I just think is really neat looking. Every section in the chart is representative of $10,000. I have reached my first $100,000, and I reached that on February 5th, so I need to color in this little section here. There we go. Next small section colored in. And yes, I'm having a beer. It is my one day off this week. So yeah, gonna have a beers and budgeting review today apparently. All right, so here we are looking at my Google Sheets budget. This is the way that I like to track my budget from month to month. Very simple layout. Starting at the top, as usual, we're looking at my net income for the month. I do have some income sources blocked out for privacy, but I don't block out all of my income sources. If there's something I want to share with y'all, then I will leave it visible. So I did get paid from YouTube this month, and also I had an Amazon associate payout. So if y'all have been using my Amazon associate links down in the description box below, really appreciate that. Every little bit adds up. I try to utilize any income the best that I can. But y'all may notice here, I sold my old bed for $3,500.
$3,500 for a used bed? Rebecca, how did you do that?
I'm really glad you asked, and I will link to the video that I made about selling that bed at the end of this video because it's a whole story. And if you missed it, I will link to it at the end of this one. Yeah, selling that bed was something that I knew I wanted to do, but I wasn't quite sure when it was going to sell or exactly how much I would get for it. So that is why I hid my total down here just for the time being, but I'll show it to y'all now. $8,642.98 was the total net income that I brought in for February 2021. Y'all can see that I only budgeted to bring in $4,657.63. So yes, February was a killer month for me. Let's take a look at how I decided to spend and/or save and/or invest all of that income that I had this month. So here we are looking at my usual bills and spending section of the budget. Starting at the top as always, my mortgage payment every month, $576, not too bad. My power bill, I budgeted to spend $180. I came in under budget there at just under $160. My water bill, I budget $40 every month. That one came in under budget as well, $30.90. My internet bill, I budgeted $160.68. That came in over at $171.34. I am now out of my promotional first year period for my satellite internet, and $171 is too damn much to pay for internet that is this shitty at my house. So I'm happy to say that the next line item in the budget here, Starlink, is going to be available in my area towards the middle or end of the year. So I am hoping that Elon Musk can help me out with his internet, and eventually I will only have to pay $99 a month for Starlink internet, yet, and hopefully it will be a lot better than the satellite I am dealing with right now. Also, Rollo is chewing on a bone behind me. I hope you guys can't hear that too bad. I will try to edit that out once I get to editing this video, but yeah, if you hear an ominous crunching sound in the background, that is what that is. Anyhow, next line item in the budget is my gym membership. I'm a member of Planet Fitness, and that is $23.06 every month. After that, we have gas for my car. I budget $100 every month, but between all the overtime that I worked in February and gas prices just being on the rise in general where I am, I did go over budget in this category. Came in at $130.68. It is what it is. The overtime was more than worth it this month. Next after that, groceries. Also came over in this category as well. Groceries for me includes any food at all, any fast food, any restaurant spending, groceries for the house, any household supplies, any personal care items, any alcohol that I buy, anything for Rollo that I get at the store, like Loud Treats, for example. All of that goes into my grocery category, and I budget $350 for that every month. Came in at $407.67 this month, and I'm not gonna lie, when I work as much overtime as I have this month, I do kind of go into a little bit of treat yourself mode, so I do have to be cognizant of that, but really, $400 is not too bad, and honestly, I think I'm gonna up my grocery budget again every month just to give me a little bit more cushion there. I'm thinking about bumping it up to $375 a month. $350 is doable, but I think $375 is really more realistic for me. I don't know, we'll see how I feel about that going forward. Next after that, Amazon. I knew I was going to make an Amazon order this month, and I budgeted $100 for that, but I ended up spending way more than what I budgeted for because I had to get a replacement platform bed for the bed that I sold. Again, that is in the video that I will link at the end of this one. Ended up spending just under $500 at Amazon in February. After that, Big Lots, again, more bed stuff, $27.82 spent there. Next, new mattress for replacing my bed that I sold. I spent $856 on that. Next after that, getting my taxes done. I knew that was going to be coming up, but I wasn't sure if I was going to actually file in February or in March, so I didn't budget for this ahead of time, but spent $235 for getting my taxes done with my CPA. And next after that, Adore Me is my subscription box that I get monthly that I enjoy, and they have sent me my box for the month, but I haven't actually gotten it yet, so they charged me the $20. I haven't received the box yet. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to keep out of the box, if anything. So whatever I decide to keep will go on next month's budget. So that is it for the month. Totals that I had planned on spending was about $1,600, and I actually spent $3,200 for February, so definitely came over there, but again, most of that was bed spending, and I couldn't foresee that ahead of time because I wasn't exactly sure when that bed was going to sell. All right, moving down into my debt section. Y'all can see I have 3 debts left for the time being. Starting at the top, my student loans that I refinanced through Earnest. Once again, they dropped my interest rate. It was 2.03%. It is now 2.01%, so I do not plan on paying back my student loans aggressively. That interest rate is less than the interest rate I have on my mortgage. So I'm just going to let them take out their automatic payments like they have been doing every month. For February, my payment was $474.92. After that, my car, I made my usual $365 payment. After that, the holistic doctor. I almost have this debt paid off. This is a no interest promotional period for a package that I had purchased from seeing the holistic doctor, and I made my usual $500 payment for February. I have a $500 payment to make in March, and then my last payment will be $500 in April, and this debt will be gone. So totals for debt in February. I budgeted to send $1,339.92 to debt, came in right on target for the month. Next, my favorite portion of the budget. Here it is, y'all, my FIRE and investing tracking section of my budget, and this is a good month for this section of the budget. Starting at the top again, I do have my Roth IRA and a regular taxable brokerage account with M1. I also have a taxable account with Fidelity. Wasn't planning on contributing anything to my taxable accounts this month, and I didn't. When I set up this February budget, my goal was to get my high yield savings account back up to $5,000, and between the overtime that I worked this month, I was able to do that. Selling my bed also was just gravy on top. So the next goal after getting my savings account built back up was to start working on my Roth IRA. And I desperately needed to do that because I had only contributed $1,000 towards my 2020 Roth until this month. So I do have some catching up to do. And I did have some overages in the budget this month, but I was still able to send $2,200 towards my 2020 Roth this month. So that is a good chunk of change, and that has definitely got me some progress towards getting my 2020 Roth fully funded. And then lastly down here, my employer sponsored retirement account, I had budgeted to contribute about $350 this month, but when I set up this budget, I was not aware that I was going to be getting so much overtime for February. And with all of the overtime, I ended up contributing $515.52. And again, with the overtime, that means that my employer match was also a little bit above. I budgeted that they would send in about $200, and they sent in almost $300. So in total for February, I had expected to save or invest about $2,300, and y'all, totals for this month, I sent almost $5,000 towards savings or investing this month. That is insanity for me. That is an excellent month for me, and I am really ecstatic about that. That leaves me with about $100 left over in the budget. I don't do a zero-based budget where every single penny goes somewhere. You just never know if something is going to pop up. So I leave a little bit of buffer in my budgets from month to month. But yeah, February has been kick-ass, y'all. I wish that every month could be this nice. I would reach F.I.R.E in no time. Y'all can see over here that my savings rate for the month was about 50%. And my savings rate, I do not include debt payments into that. So if I had included my debt payments in here, it would have easily been at least 60% this month, I think. If I could maintain that every single month, that would be something. And am I financially independent yet? I am 8.76% of the way to my F.I.R.E number. I am trying to get to a portfolio size of $1.2 million, and as of today, my portfolio balance is at $105,000. So I am 8.76% of the way there. Hopefully soon I will be able to cross this 10% mark. Lastly, we will take a look at where my debts stand for the month. If you've noticed this debt breakdown down here, this is where my debts stood as of the beginning of February. So I have to go over into the March budget to take a look at how these February payments reflected in the balances. And here we are. My current balance for my student loans is at $18,353.31. My car is now at $14,618.67. Once I get my Roth IRAs funded for 2020 and 2021, this will be the next goal that I work on. I would love to get this debt gone sooner rather than later, just because I do not like this interest rate. And my last consumer debt that I have is the holistic doctor. Like I say, I pay $500 a month every month on that, and this will be gone in a couple of months. So grand total for my consumer debts, I am now under $34,000. I'm at $33,971.98. And also, FYI, my current amount that I owe on the mortgage is $97,678.99. That's a 3.25% fixed 30-year mortgage. So grand total debt is about $131,000. And year-to-date totals, year-to-date totals over here, I have just been making my minimum payments towards my debts, and even still, the first couple of months of the year, I've managed to pay off $2,500 worth of principal balance owed. So that's still pretty good. One more thing we got to do for this video, since I colored in my F.I.R.E color chart. It's been a little while since I've contributed to my Roth IRA, but let's color in my Roth IRA color chart. I bet some of y'all forgot I even had one, right? Couldn't blame you if you did. So here we are. Like I say, I contributed $1,000 last year to my 2020 Roth, and I only just this month put in $2,200. So we've got a lot of coloring to do here. Okay, there we go. My marker's kind of running out of ink, but we got it. We've only got 2,800 to go. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed this one. That should wrap it up for this video. I will link to the other videos I mentioned at the end of this one. If you're new, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave me a like down below and subscribe. I will catch y'all in my next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.